Hello, internet friends. This is Siren Lush at Siren Songs Tarot, and today I would like to unbox this new deck that I got with you. This is the Fountain Tarot, and I just got it today, and I'm super excited about it. This is not a new deck. I think it came out in 2015 or 2016, but it's new to me, and I can't wait. So let's get into this. So, just taking a look at the packaging, I really dig how shiny and holographic this box is. Like, check that out, man. It's great. Goes with my my shiny prismatic crystals that I got over here. I like the printing. I like the box. It's got a little ding right here, but that's fine. That kind of stuff doesn't really bother me. And it's got a little magnetic clasp. It says, "You are the voice and the breath of the universe." Thank you, deck. Thank you for the message. All right. Check this out. It's got this little, like, this piece stands up, so it plops right in the top so that the top stays completely flat. That's pretty neato. I like that. I like packaging. It's not the most important thing to me. I do really, really, really like this box though. I keep all of my decks inside their boxes instead of bags because I live in the desert, and in the summer you have to have the swamp coolers going. Air conditioner is not your friend. You need a swamp cooler. So that puts a lot of moisture into the air. And then when it starts getting cold in autumn, which it is now, and on into winter, then you need to start putting on all of the humidifiers. So with all that moisture in the air, if I put my cards in bags, then they're going to start warping. And this actually happened to me with my Game of Thrones tarot. And that was pretty sad when I pulled them out of the bag one day, and they were all one end was up here and the other end was up here, and they had this big huge bow in the middle. So my decks stay in boxes to keep them as straight as, or flat rather, as possible. But why did I get this deck? Why am I so excited about this deck? Well, I have been doing shadow work for the last month. There's two groups that I'm in. There was a intensive daily group that was 30 days long, and it ended a couple of days ago. And that was really interesting. It was a very large group of people that were participating. And then there is another group that I'm in, which is much more intensive and in depth. And we go through a spread every week, maybe 2 weeks, depending. And in that group, there was someone, at least one someone, who was using this deck, and I just fell in love with it. My jaw dropped and everything. I like fine art decks a lot. That's what really draws me in. I have a lot of decks, and I have lots of different styles because I like a lot of different styles. But it's the fine art ones that really draw me in and make me feel stuff. Even if I have a hard time reading them and it takes me a while to become fluent in their language, those are the ones that I like. Like the one that I have now that I've been using for my shadow work and is one of my absolute favorite decks ever is The Darkness of Light. This is the 3rd edition. Oh, I love it. It's like oil painting and acrylic, and it has a really cohesive color palette, and all of the images were painted from reference, and oh, it just hits every single one of my aesthetic buttons and gives me the tingles. So even though the fountain is a different style than the Darkness of Light, it still has that fine art feel, like something that you would see in a gallery. And being an artist myself and having studied fine art when I was in art school, oh, it tickles me. Okay, so for the cards, they've got this lovely silver gilding on the side. Ooh, look at that back. Isn't that pretty? I like when I was looking up more images outside of what my group mate was posting of this work. I really enjoyed that it was geometric and kind of abstract surrealist. Also looks like oil painting. I really dig oil painting. I don't do it myself. It's not my thing. And it's not my thing because I don't have the space to keep a canvas out to let it dry for a month. So I work in watercolor or gouache, but I would love, love, love to play around with oils when I move to a bigger space. Ooh, okay, so this is a pretty thick deck. Oh, I like this cardstock. It's nice and bendy. It's like thick, but bendable. Okay. So, I mean, obviously, as you can see, it comes with a little book that I will be going through. Just based on the images in this deck alone, I do plan on deep diving this deck. I think that I could learn some very interesting things with it. Okay, let's set that aside and let's go through the cards. Okay, it says, "We hope the Fountain Tarot brings you joy, clarity, and inspiration. Love, Jonathan Sayes, creator, Jason Gruel, writer, Andy Todaro, designer, and Roost Books, publisher." Okay, nice little intro card. I'm just going to go through the cards real quick. Have the Ace of Wands. Oops. Two of Wands. Ooh, the wands look like those clear acrylic batons. That's kind of neat. Three. Or lightsabers. They look kind of like lightsabers too. 5. 6. 7. 8 of Wands. 9 of Wands. 10. I am really enjoying that these cards, just noticing this off the bat, that they have an extremely matte finish. I love matte cards. Not a huge fan of glossy cards. They are difficult to photograph and film just because lighting reflects off of them. I also think that they're much more difficult to shuffle. I do a lot of overhand shuffling, and the matte cardstock makes it so much easier to shuffle with those. All right, now we're getting into the swords. This is like a prismatic sword in between two buildings that are made out of light. Oh, look at that Two of Swords. Okay, check out this Two of Swords. This is absolutely stunning. Look at the draping on the fabric and the color palette. Wow. Three of Swords. I haven't seen this card yet, like at all. Check that out. It's a glass heart that's been pierced. The Four of Swords. Oh, I am loving every single sword card in this deck so far. The 5, the 6, the 7, the 8. Ooh. So I've seen this one before, but not like really close up in detail. I love that the swords are like cutting through her neck and her head is just kind of floating there. That is fantastic. Oh, and the 9. Oh, look at the 9 with all of the swords traveling up to grab him, kind of like he's cuddling his bed sheet for comfort, and the monsters are coming up from underneath his bed to grab him. Oh, and a 10. Oh, I'm so excited. Page. I have the Knight, Queen. I like that this Queen of Swords is kind of sitting behind this prism, indicating that she is guarded. She may be very clear with her words and her thoughts and her advice, but it shows that she herself is difficult to reach. There is a barrier up between you and her, which is very much how I think of the Queen of Swords. She is a woman that lots of women aspire to be like, but at the same time, she is very not intimidating, not impregnable. Oh, what's the word? I want to say it starts with an I. Oh well. She's difficult to reach. We'll just leave it at that. Got the King. Ooh, this is a lovely Ace of Cups. It's very similar to the Rider-Waite. Can definitely see the symbolism there. This is an interesting take on the Two of Cups. I like this. Because, you know, most Two of Cups, they have two figures facing each other or embracing or kissing, and it's just very obvious. This is love. And this card speaks more to just with, you know, how he's behind her and he's got his hand here, and they both have their cups in the air, being filled with, I don't know, the refreshing rain. It speaks more to that companionship that being with your lover really feels like, the feeling of it versus what you see in the movies. I like that a lot. Closeness. The 3, the 4, the 5, the 6. Oh, I like how the 6 has been presented. These two figures, and they're inside this bubble, and there are all these ripples going around. I think that beautifully portrays memories and the past. Or perhaps it's the visions of the future. I don't know. We'll see when we actually get to play with this. The 7, the 8, the 9. So, I like this 9 of Cups a lot. I like this guy here. He's got a big old like shit-eating grin on his face, and he's got all these cups. Like, look at all this stuff that I have. I love that. I love that 9 of Cups. I love the 9 of Cups in the darkness of light too. I'll have to find it real quick. And the reason that I like these 9 of Cups so much is that, well, I like them because they're different than the Rider-Waite. In the Rider-Waite, the guy that's sitting in the little half moon display circle with all of his treasures, he looks so freaking smug, and not in a good way. And you know, when I was first learning, everybody would talk about Nine of Cups is the wish card, Nine of Cups is the wish card, and I would look at that card and go, he looks like an asshole. So this is the Nine of Cups in the darkness of light, and here from the fountain, and I just love these cards in both of these decks. These are great. These both more accurately portray the meaning of the Nine of Cups to me than the Rider-Waite. Now, no disrespect to Pam. I mean, her illustrations are great. That's just, you know, personally how I read the expressions. I'm not a big fan of the King of Cups and the Rider-Waite either. It looks kind of, his facial expression makes him look kind of derpy to me. Like he's a couple of cards short of a full deck. Okay, the 10. It's a very interesting 10. 10 of Cups. All the cups along these stair steps. It goes into like this trophy of children. Like, I'm not sure if this is really picking up, but these are figures of children here. Like, you got to fill all your cups in order to get the happiness. I like that. We have the page. The page looks like she's scrying in that bowl. You like this page? Oh, the Knight of Cups. Oh, this is great. This is great. Okay, so the Knight of Cups, to me, when I was learning and I was reading, the Knight of Cups is always my, it's my music card. And when I think of the Knight of Cups as a person, I think of this ex-boyfriend that I had, or, well, I mean, it could be him. It could be any number of other guys who just have the same kind of traits where they're a little emo, they're a little depressed, and they're kind of shy, so they're not going to go after you directly, but they're going to sit around and they're going to write songs on their guitar, and they're going to kind of woo you with their lyrical ability and draw you in with their melancholy, and that's their game. And the expression on this guy's face is perfect for that idea that I have. Okay, we've got the Queen of Cups. Oh, now this is a King of Cups. This is a guy that has his emotional stuff under control. Oh yeah, you got the businessman right there, middle of the ocean. All this chaos is going around him, and he's like, whatever, seen it, done it, it's fine, it's fine. You know, kids, a smooth sea never made for a skilled sailor. Okay, an Ace of Coins. Ooh, this is a neat Two of Coins. The Three of Coins. Got a little like Venn diagram going on here. The Four of Coins. Ooh, that's interesting. A tent out in the middle of the wilderness, sheltering some coins, hoarding. I always think of the Four of Coins as hoarding. Five of Coins. Six of Coins. Seven of Coins. Is it just me, or does this guy look like Gordon Ramsay plating food? I love that. Eight of Coins. 9 of coins, 10, page of coins, the knight of coins, queen of coins. Doesn't this card, oh, just with the richness of the colors and the expression on her face, this card just oozes luxury to me. Like, this woman has taste. She knows exactly where it's at. King of coins. I like that in this deck, the coins, pentacles, the earth cards are represented by coins and not pentacles. And I like it when decks either use the element, or they use coins, or they use something else that fits the theme of their deck besides pentacles, because that's what that suit means. It's about value and currency. And I think that the pentacles can be the actual pentacle with the star and the circle, and looking at that in place of coins can be very confusing as far as the meaning. Of course, it's appropriate in like the witches and the pagan themed decks, but I'm really digging this. We have the Fool. Oh, this magician. This magician is crafty. This magician knows some things. This magician likes to have fun, but in like that grown-up smart way. He's not going to make a fool of himself, but oh, he's going to be amused. The High Priestess. Check her out. I love that not only do you have the white drapery and the black drapery behind to represent the duality, but even on her clothing she has the black skirt with the sheer white blouse, and that's kind of wrapped around her head. The Empress. Okay, I love the coat that she's wearing. I would love to have a coat like that. That is gorgeous. Ooh, the Emperor. Talk about being structured. Look at this. Got all these sharp angles going on. This is some masculine energy here. I like that. The Hierophant. It's like he's opening Pandora's box. The Lovers. Oh, the Chariot. Okay. This is another one of those cards like the Nine of Cups, where I usually am not a fan of the Chariot in decks, but I love this. I love the black and the white represented there, instead of just having the two black and white sphinxes pulling the Chariot. He's got like a pentagram going on with their reins, and we got some ghostly body crossover. So is it two horses? Is it a two-headed Sleipnir? Maybe. I like that a lot. Justice. The Hermit. This is a really nice hermit. This glowing staff, though, it kind of reminds me of of Star Wars. The Wheel of Fortune. I like in the Wheel of Fortune, that this is not just a round wheel. I like that we've got this circle going here, this circle going here, and this circle going here. You know, I have been hula hooping since 2012, so that's what, 7 years now? Yeah, 7 years. And this is actually one of the, gosh, now that I'm talking about it, I can't think of the word. But if you're using 3 hoops, this is one of the things that you do. You set them up like this, and then you can pull it down over your head and your body, and you can spin around, and you know, as you get more dexterous with your fingers, you can separate them and then keep going into your flow and stuff. But I dig this. This is really cool. Okay, we have strength. Strength is 11 in this deck. Got a lady riding the lion. She looks pretty proud of herself. She looks pretty smug. Check this out. Like, look what I did, look what I did. And I'm not sure though I really like this card. At least not at first glance. It's probably because of her smugness. Like, I know I can do it. And the lion doesn't really look fierce. He looks more like, why is this bitch on top of me? Kind of hope he bites her. Hanged Man. Oh. Okay, so this death card is very similar to the Chariot. This is gorgeous. The light and the dark. What is above? What is below? What is clear? What is in mist? Temperance? I like that Temperance is a man in this deck. Because, you know, Temperance is usually a woman angel with her cups. And here, we've got a man. A devil. It's a nice devil card, too. The Tower. Got some modern architecture that's crumbling down. It's a very interesting tower. Ooh, this is a lovely star card. Oh yes, I love this moon. This is a gorgeous moon, and you can see the transparent howling wolves on each side, a white and a black. The sun. Judgment. I'm usually not a fan of the Judgment card either, just because of the biblical imagery. It's just not my favorite. But this is a gorgeous Judgment card. Conveys the same meaning, but it's all of these people rising up out of like their death shrouds inside of these cups. This is gorgeous. The World. Okay, and now we have the extra major arcana card from this deck, and I'm gonna have to check the guidebook because I have no idea what this means. I mean, I have a few guesses, but this is the Fountain card. It's very lovely. I love the darkness with all of these light prismatic colors. Again, prisms. Totally dig prisms. Right. Now, just to check, clearly I turned some of these cards around. That goes like that. Those go like that. That goes like that. Okay. We're going to do a shuffle test. Shiny, pretty gilded edging. I love gilded edges. I think they are so cool. I know that the gilding on, I have the Marielle, and that gilding is already chipping, so we'll see if this one holds up a little bit better. So I'm just going to shuffle how I normally shuffle to get a feel for how these guys feel. This deck is going to be one that I'm going to have to play with and study for a little bit, I think, before I really get into reading with it. So after I spend a week or so doing that, then you may see this deck pop up in some of my pick a card videos, which I'm trying to do on a more regular basis. You know, it's almost Halloween. I've been doing shadow work and the seasons are changing, and I feel like I am coming out of this place of fog and confusion and getting some clarity and some motivation, and I cannot wait for winter. Winter is my absolute favorite season ever. Probably has to do with me living in the desert and summer being absolutely miserable. And I work outside a lot. So summer just really sucks the life out of me here. And winter is just so nice and inviting and cold, and you can wear all of your layers and come home to a nice warm house and put on your thick wool socks and drink some hot tea or some hot coffee or some warm broth. I like bone broth. And yeah, I'm super excited for winter. I'm also born in February, in the middle of a blizzard, so that probably has something to do with it as well. Okay, I just want to give this guy a really good shuffle. Oh, like I was saying before, with the mat, oh, the mat feels so nice doing the overhand shuffling. You know, okay. This is the second time the Four of Coins has popped out for me doing that. Are you trying to say something? Are you trying to tell me something, Fountain? Okay, just for funsies, we'll do a little riffle shuffling, a little bridge shuffling. Ugh. I'm not so good at the bridge part. I can riffle shuffle like a boss. Usually don't, but well, I just don't want a bridge. They're a little thick for. Can riffle down. Ugh, nope. Okay. This is why I don't bridge most of my cards. It makes them all warped anyway. I think that overhand is a little bit more gentle on them than the bridge. Alright. Well, this is exciting. Thank you for joining me and for spending your time walking through the Fountain Tarot with me. And I hope to see you again soon. And have a great rest of your day. Alright. Bye.